welcome to the Eagle Court of Honor of Colin Treend. Would everyone please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance? Color guard, forward march. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready, two. Everyone, please be seated. I would now like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for today's Eagle Court of Honor, Scoutmaster Heitman. Thank you.
We are gathered today to celebrate the accomplishments of one of Troop 219's longest-standing scouts, Colin Treend. Colin joined Pack 219 and Webelos 2 Cub Scout in September of 2008. He was paired with Gannon Winters, Jake Hughes, and Ryan Fitzgibbon. Colin was one of 4 Webelo 2s in Mr. Jay Winters' den. They were a den of 4, and all 4 have now achieved the rank of Eagle. Crossing over to Troop 219 in the March of 2009, they all progressed through Troop 219, each spending time in various youth leadership roles, culminating in the roles of Senior Patrol Leader and becoming Troop 219's first ever Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. Today, Colin stands before Troop 219, his family, and invited special guests, having individually earned Scouting's highest rank, that of Eagle Scout. As such, he joins a very select group, as only 6% of Scouts ever earn the rank of Eagle. This rank is always earned, never given. To earn this prestigious rank, a Scout must spend a great deal of time and effort, appear before several boards of review, demonstrate leadership, and serve his community. Therefore, the occasion that recognizes their accomplishments should be memorable. This afternoon, we recognize the accomplishments of Colin Treend, Jr. When a boy becomes a Boy Scout, there is within him something we call the spirit of scouting. The single lighted candle before you represents that spirit. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the principles of the Scout Oath and Law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may seem small, but when multiplied by the more than 3.5 million young men in scouting around the world, it becomes powerful indeed. After a boy enters scouting, the Scout Law that he promises to obey begins to guide his life. The Scout Law has 12 elements. You see them posting guard on the aisle, silent sentinels to these critical guides for life. All Scouts, past and present, please rise and join me in reciting the Scout Law. A Scout is
trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Scouts, please remain standing. As a Scout, a boy first learns the Scout Oath. No longer just a boy, but a Scout, he promises upon his honor to do his best, to do his duty, first to God and his country, second to other people, by helping them at all times, and third to himself, by keeping himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scouts, past and present, please recite with me the Scout Oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Michael?
Now a Scout, he sets his eyes on a distant peak of the Eagle Summit, flanked by the lesser peaks that represent the star and my friends. To the new scout in senior ranks, these summits seem very far away. He may not have the confidence yet to believe that he can achieve these heights, but he sees around him the history of older scouts, mentors, who are now climbing those very heights. The scout is encouraged and begins his climb, starting to regular.
Scouts, you may be seated.
Having earned the rank of tenderfoot, the scout now stands at the foot of the Eagle Trail. Inspired by the spirit of scouting, he won't stay tenderfoot for very long. Colin certainly did not, getting a great start at his first summer camp in the Nighthawks program. He climbed to the trail to the next rank of that of second class. The requirements for second class were more difficult than those of tenderfoot. As scout earns ranks, they do not age through them. For second class, a scout must learn to be self-sufficient in the outdoors and to continue to render his service to others.
Now the scout is ready for the challenge to attain the rank of first class. The requirements have become more challenging, but he is prepared for it. He keeps climbing as the trail becomes a hill. He starts to see the first summit along the Eagle Trail. He earns first class at the base of the summit.
The summit before him is that of the rank of star. It is not nearly as high or challenging as that of light or eagle, but it is challenging nonetheless. A broad field of merit badges awaits the Star Scout. More than 130 merit badges guide the scout to explore careers, hobbies, and community interest items. The scout needs but a total of 6 to conquer the Star Scout summit, 4 of them from the list of equal required merit badges. Probably a lot sooner than he thought possible, the scout finds himself standing on the Star Summit. Thus, through leadership, service, and achievement, he conquers the first of 3 great peaks along the Eagle Trail.
The trail to the next summit, the Life Scout Peak, isn't easy. There is leadership to demonstrate, service to others, and plenty of hard work in mastering 5 additional merit badges and helping fellow scouts. The higher the scout climbs, the fewer travelers he meets along the trail. Yet there are no impossible barriers along the way. This Life Scout's goal can be achieved, but it takes real effort.
Life Scout is a coveted one and deserving to all who attain it. The Eagle Trail does not end there. It leads on towards the highest summit in scouting. The pathway narrows and steepens considerably as it winds along the ledges of personal achievement and mountain pastures of troop accomplishment. Mile by mile, the trail becomes more trying. Many challenges must be conquered in these last miles before the highest summit along the Eagle Trail can be completed. Additional merit badges must be earned. Some of them are time-consuming and require careful planning. Leadership and service to others are a constant throughout scouting and are especially important at this level. Only with the greatest persistence and courage can a scout gain the thrill of victory that comes while looking back down the trail from the very top of the Eagle Summit.
Scout Colin Treend, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest peak of your Eagle Trail. Your diligence and hard work paid off. If you, along with your parents, will come forward, your Eagle Badge of Rank will be presented. You have made Troop 219 very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to this achievement continue to lead you on to even greater success in your life. As an Eagle Scout, with eyes of all scouting, yes, the eyes of the world will be upon you. The traditions of the Eagle Scout are well respected. May you live up to these traditions, always guided by the spirit of scouting, represented by these blazing candles before you. The Eagle Badge you are about to receive is symbolic of the spirit of scouting. Mrs. Treend, please pin the Eagle Medal to your son's chest so that the world may know he is an Eagle Scout. Colin Treend, your mother has supported you through your 8-year journey to the summit of the Eagle rank. Along the way, she has collected pins showing your progress through Cub Scouts and through the lesser Boy Scout ranks. Please pin the Eagle Mother's pin over your mother's heart in recognition of her love, encouragement, faith, and trust in your future. As an Eagle Scout, may you never disappoint her.
4 great Scoutmasters who have served Troop 219 during my journey to Eagle. Ian Keefe, Jim Navy, Ed Cutler, and Greg Heisler. Please rise and come forward to accept an Eagle Mentor Pin from a grateful Scout. Words cannot show how much these 4 men have influenced my life. From Mr. Keefe's constant first aid and life-saving lectures, Mr. Cutler's leadership while I served as senior patrol leader, Mr. Navy's love for the outdoors, or Mr. Heisler's wisdom and advice before my board of review. I couldn't have gotten where I am today without these men, so thank you, and please accept these mentor pins. Thank you, gentlemen. Welcome to see you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
If I can get there. Okay. I would also like to recognize Mr. Bill Steele, who mentored both as Troop 219's Eagle Coordinator as well as my project beneficiary representative for my Eagle Scout project at the End Springs Post Greenway in Fort Mill.
Good morning, all. Good morning. Glad to be back with 219. I kind of shifted my efforts over to Troop 422, where I'm now the organization representative for Troop, Pack, and the Troop at the Greenway. Proud to add Colin to our board here. This plaque contains 81 plates of 81 Scouts who have earned their Eagle at the Greenway. And next week, next Sunday, will be our reunion of our Greenway Eagles. We're glad to have Colin attend that if you can. Our first Eagle was earned by Elliot Livingston in 2001. So what's more important than each of these guys making it back to the reunion is to have a current, up-to-date email address book for these guys to network with. So I know one guy that left Charlotte, moved to Boston, need to come back to Charlotte, so he sent out email blasts to his Eagles and found a place to live in Charlotte. I think it's something they can use into the future for the rest of their lives. Proud to have you with us, Colin, and looking forward to any of the younger scouts coming our way. To please contact me, and we'll try to help you earn your Eagle.
Thanks, sir.
I'd like to honor a person I feel like I could not have earned the rank of Eagle without that person's support over the years. Mr. Winters, please come to the front. Mr. Winters is my den leader back in Cub Scouts, almost 9 years ago. It has been so long since then, but it doesn't feel like it. I can still remember walking through that door and shaking his hand and being introduced to my best friends so far who are here today. Mr. Winters has helped, taught, and pushed me to this point, and I couldn't thank him enough. So please accept another mentor pin on your wall of mentor pins. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to give a well-deserved mentor pin to my father. Dad, please come to the front. There's a lot of things I can say about my father when it comes to my Eagle journey. He has always pushed me to do more and become a better person. A long time ago, I brought a flyer home one day from school, and it was an advertisement for Pack 219. So I asked him, "Hey Dad, why not try Cub Scouts?" And his response was happy and encouraging. And it wasn't just the sign-ups, yearly dues, and driving that made him such a great father and mentor. It is that he went through my whole journey with me, by my side, watching over me as a scoutmaster, a leader, a teacher, and also a mentor. So please, accept the mentor pin from your great person.
Troop 219 has another tradition at our courts of honor. Colin, please move over to the rank board and move your nameplate to its appropriate position. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. I'd love to say a few words. For those of you that don't know, my Eagle project was building a horse shelter behind the dairy barn on Ann Springs Post Greenway where we are today. It's actually, I'm not sure the direction, that way. It's actually that way. Just a little bit down the road. Yeah, it is that way. Okay. It involved 3 separate build days and a lot of man hours. There's also a photo book over here if after the ceremony anybody wants to look at it. I'd like to say thank you again to everyone here who helped me with my Eagle project. It involved a lot of hours in the sun with annoying cows. Yeah, I do mean cows, you can see in the book. But besides the project, I also need to talk about my journey to Eagle. It has been a long time since I started scouting in 5th grade, but it has been a great time. The experience scouting gave me is priceless. The camping, skills, advice, leadership experience, and most importantly to me, the friends you make here in the troop are what makes this whole journey amazing. I also couldn't have asked for better adult leaders to guide me on my path to Eagle. And so I will say my last words as a piece of advice to all the younger scouts that are here. Try as hard as you can to get to the rank of Eagle because it is worth it.
All right. So there is a saying in the Boy Scouts among Eagle Scouts, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. I invite all Eagle Scouts and audience to rise, recite after me as we complete the Eagle Scout charge. Scout sign. I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to do my duty to God.
to do my duty to God.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to do my duty to my country.
to do my duty to my country.
I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example
to make my training an example
and make my rank and influence
and make my rank and influence
strongly count for better scouting
strongly count for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contact with other people,
and in my contact with other people,
regardless of race, color, or creed.
regardless of race, color, or creed.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Eagle Scouts may be seated. I charge you, Colin Treend, to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By repeating of the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow members, you have become an Eagle Scout. Through the words you have used are now similar to those which you joined scouting. Today they mean more than they ever could have meant at any time or any time in the past. When you pledged yourself on your sacred honor, using the same words which are found at the end of the Declaration of Independence, you sealed your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. As one eagle to another, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you both Eagle Scouts. May the oath you have taken remain true in your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, I present to you Troop 219, newest Eagle Scout, Colin Treend. Anyone wishing to congratulate Mr. Treend on his accomplishment and his proud parents are invited to the reception starting after our ceremony. This concludes Colin Treend's Eagle ceremony. All our guests are invited to enjoy food and refreshments. We ask that Scouts allow guests and families to get in line first. That means you, Pete. Thank you for coming.
Also, the food will be here shortly.
It's here. They just
It's
need to
here,
put it
but
out.
they just need to put it out. And when that happens, we're just going to do a line going this way and going out, and then of course big tables are here. Thank you all for coming so much.